Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Extreme Tarot, where we do moon readings, pick a cards, and zodiac readings. Today we're doing a zodiac reading for the sign of Leo, a look into what's going on in your no contact love situation. So hold on one second, let me just adjust this mic a little bit. Yeah, so I have your person side here and your side here. So, okay, let's see what's going on here. And this is the connecting energy between you. I also got a song for you, and it was You're Beautiful by James Blunt. Life is a series of, this is the connecting energy. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you'll be surprised where it leads. Okay, so clearly there's been some sort of shift or change in this connection, just going by that song as well, where he's like, he sees his ex-girlfriend on a train with her new boyfriend, and it's just like, but it's time to face the truth, I'll never be with you, something like that. So I feel like from looking at this, your side and your person's side, I think your person is having a tougher time letting go of this than you are, or accepting this change. Yeah, because on the back of the deck too, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. I feel like you're doing a better job of accepting the situation, of going with the flow, of kind of just like trusting the universe in a way to see where this leads, or just trusting or just accepting that this is like over if it's like a breakup situation. Your person, it's interesting because I feel like they really want to come forward to you. Now look at this earthworm, because it's all curled up on itself. And I also just want to point out that this is very similar like imagery. Like the raccoon is curled up, and so is the earthworm. But anyway, the earthworm has so much like color and light and like good feelings. Like I feel like that they're concealing inside, like towards you, because this is how they're feeling for you. But in their outer world, I feel like things are just kind of like black and white, gray by the book, like just not colorful, like, you know. I feel like their life feels like empty without you or something like that. And they have a lot of like emotion for you inside. And something about the earthworm talks about, because they talk about like how, like, you know, the positive side of it and the negative side of it, and then like to bring it into balance, it says to speak up and risk embarrassment. So I feel like and I'm noticing the yellow the most, I feel like your person could be a very prideful sort of a person. And the card that they got here was I find strength in the silence. So again, it's like they don't want to like speak up and risk the embarrassment. They want to appear like strong and like, I'm not like affected by this, like sort of like that, even though inside like they really are having a tough time like letting go of this. And like they're feeling like if they keep quiet, they like kind of can save face a little bit and not let anyone know what they're feeling. The numinous astrology card was the quincunx complexity. I'm getting that this could be some sort of like love triangle or something like that, because there's like one, two, or even like with like you kind of stopped seeing each other and then you both started dating other people, maybe, because it's almost like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 planets I think are like supposed to be, that's like what the aspect is between like 4 planets. I could be wrong about that, but I'm just thinking that like this line is a planet, this line is a planet, this and this, and then that's what makes this like aspect. But I could be wrong about that, like don't quote me on that. But it says irritates, puzzles, mystifies, complicates, contradicts, clashes, misses the mark, requires translation, adjusts, makes curious, educates, and transforms. So I feel like, right, they're feeling like a lot of complex emotions for you. They're feeling like, it says irritates, clashes, misses the mark. Like they feel like, I'm getting like a ship's passing in the night, 2 puzzle pieces that don't fit. Like it's just not coming together for them right now, and they're feeling irritated, upset. I feel like they don't requires translation. Like they don't really get where you're coming from, and they want to. They want to know how you're feeling. If they do know that you're like dating somebody else, I feel like it's driving them nuts. Like if I'm being honest, like they're looking at you in a way of like, in a fond way, but like I don't think that they would ever admit it. They would never want to risk their pride and like embarrassment in order to like convey that to you. Now for you, we have the raccoon, which is like a in hiding kind of an energy. But then on the back of the deck, we had this panther. Whoa, like that is intense. I feel like, you know, you are a Leo, you could be a little feisty one. But it's like almost like the panther talks about purging and things like that. So, and then the raccoon is about not believing in yourself, like being in the shadow. So I feel like you maybe go back and forth between like, but I feel like it's healthy. Like you're not afraid to sit in the dark and sit with your sad feelings here. Whereas I feel like your person is almost trying to like either substitute, like keep busy with work, or like if they have another connection or something that they're in, or even just like talking to multiple people, like they're trying to like forget about you, but it's like they have this memory of you inside. Whereas like I feel like being more authentic with how you're feeling, and that's why it's like you're accepting that maybe this is over, whereas your person's kind of stuck and they're not able really to move forward or like get the past back, so they're just kind of in this stuck energy. Whereas I feel like you're almost like looking forward to the future. Your affirmation card was what has been, and what will be, will be. That speaks about almost like being like kind of a similar energy. I feel like you guys are both in a similar energy where you're kind of like, you're realizing like, okay, like what it's already happened. Like life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. This was just meant to maybe be a shorter one for me, or it's just meant to like, you know, not continue. I have to just, you know, keep going and keep living. Like I'm not going to let this bring me down. We have Sagittarius energy on your side, the Voyager. You know, I see a horse, I see a plane. This is indicating movement, an expansive attitude towards the future. It says enthusiastic, philosophical, independent, generous, ethical, seeking, happy-go-lucky, adventurous, honest, bareback, unbridled, experiential, lucky, boundless, traveling, risk-taking, tactless, and self-righteous. I'm getting kind of like energy of like self-righteous, definitely, where it's like, and even like if it was here, it'd be like facing towards that way, like you had your chance, like, and you blew it. Like self-righteous, like I'm in the right, I didn't do anything wrong to you, and I'm not gonna sit here and let this like make me sad for the rest of my life. Like there's almost like a strong desire on your end to like get over this and like move forward, but at the same time I feel like there is a recognition of like the sadness maybe when you're alone and by yourself. I feel like with Sagittarius, it's a very social, happy, like I was saying, independent. I feel like you're like claiming your independence and just like stepping into that energy. My energy is my greatest currency, this says on the back of the deck. So it's like I feel like you're like embracing this sense of independence that you're trying to, you know, what has been, what will be, will be. Like I'm just gonna have to keep living my life and see what happens. Like I'm not gonna let this like break me, you know, like it's gonna have to be something I get through and like to move on to the next step in my life. And maybe, you know, maybe this freedom is a good thing. Like I feel like you're trying to have like a positive spin on this. It's okay, baby. Don't bark. Don't bark, Leo. It's the garbage guy. Say hi. Hello, garbage man. All right, bye. He's gone. Say, Leo, get down. It's okay. Sorry. So yeah, like I feel like if anything, you're in a more healthy energy. Like you have a healthier outlook on the situation. You're kind of like cool to like go with the flow, even though again, like that's not to say that you don't reflect on the past or feel pain about the ending of the situation. I just really feel like this is like a breakup or something, or I don't know. I just feel like even if you weren't like actually in a relationship, like you just decided to like go your own way, or I don't know. It's hard to say, but like something shifted in this connection that like for the like a turn for the worse. Also, yeah, I was listening to the song You're Beautiful, and what was the next song that came on? It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday by Boyz II Men. Yeah, so I feel like I feel like this connection was like definitely something that you both kind of thought maybe could be a forever thing, or you saw like a lot of potential in it, but ended up like maybe being cut short, and it kind of like surprised you, and you're kind of left like grappling with all the emotions. Leo, honey, can you please get down? And hi. And yeah, so that's kind of like where you're at, I guess. Like I'm trying to see if I'm getting anything else, but yeah, I feel like definitely your person is feeling like they have to be like their pride is like their main motivation right now, for sure. And for you, I feel like your desire to move on from this is like your main motivation. Yeah, and like I do think that you had some sort of like intimacy together, whether you just like slept together a few times and like hung out a few times like that. But I'm getting also this has stalking in the underworld, so I feel like your person could just like they could just be heavily thinking about you, like checking your social media or like asking around about you and things like that. But like on the low, like with the stalking, it's like they're not like contacting you, they're trying to like find out information about you in a more secretive way, I'm getting. And whatever they're finding out or not finding out is just like kind of confusing them more, and they like don't know what to do. So that's what I would say I'm getting right off the bat. If that sounds like your situation, let's dive into your reading and see how your person is feeling about you. So how is Leo's person feeling about Leo? Spirit, how is Leo's person feeling about Leo right now? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, it's like that whole song, You're Beautiful. It's like, oh my God, like I saw an angel. I don't know, like we all know that song. So it's like, you know, like she was with another man, but I won't lose any sleep on this because I got a plan. And then it's like, you're beautiful. And then, I don't know, like, and then at the end, he's like, but it's time to face the truth. I'll never be with you. So anyway, let's see. Before I like get going, let's just get the cards out. How is Leo's person feeling about Leo? And we have the Hermit. Yeah, they're definitely like keeping this to themselves, these thoughts to themselves. How is Leo's person feeling about Leo? Oh, we have the Two of Wands, the Fool, and the Page of Cups. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like your person's really trying to keep themselves like busy with work. Definitely. But wait, let's see. So, okay, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. Like they definitely are realizing like your value and your worth. Like maybe whatever happened, if this like didn't work out and there was some sort of like ending or shifting of this connection, your person almost tried to tell themselves that this was like a good thing and like, oh, you weren't that great anyway or something like that. But I think like upon further reflection, they're like, whoa, wait a minute, like was that like the love of my life? Was that like the one? I don't know, like with the Hermit, like I feel like they could be spending a lot of, but like I was saying with the Hermit, that talks about like your daily routine and like kind of like mundane details that you need to like, figure out in your life. And I feel like that's like with that earthworm energy, like they're trying to just like keep to their routine and ignore like this like fire like burning inside of them, like their desire to like come towards you, but it's in there. It's like they're not having a good, they're not like going with the flow of like accepting that this is over as well as you are. I feel like you're in a lot healthier of an energy. I feel like they want to change this, but they're not willing to like make a move to do so. So it's like they're kind of just in this very stuck energy, like this very frustrating energy, where their pride is just like holding them back and things like that. And then we have the Two of Wands, and again, he's looking at this globe, which a lot of times can symbolize like social media and things like that. So again, I think they're trying to get a sort of sense of like what's going on with you. With the Two of Wands, it's like they're trying to make a decision or like decide on like a course of action to take. Should I maybe like contact them? Should I not? What if they're like with somebody with that? I mean, maybe you did like bump into them and they like somehow know that you're seeing somebody else, but if not, they're just like wondering about it. And they're like, listen, like to themselves, like no, like don't do it. But then they're like, oh, but what if like they, you know, what if they're not with somebody and then I wait too long and they are, like something like that, where they just don't want to like let their chance go by. And then we have the Fool here, and I feel like they could be thinking that you're almost like, because the Fool is kind of like a free like sort of an energy and things like that, and I feel like they're either seeing you like that, or I honestly, that's what I'm getting, because I came, like sometimes I always think that the cards that come out under like your side, like Leo, or like the person I'm doing the reading for side, like this is almost like how they see the person, not always, but I kind of am in this context where it's almost like the Fool and the Page of Cups. It's a very like, it's similar to the Sagittarius energy in a way, where it's like, let's like, all right, like, you know, like I'm gonna like accept that this is happening, and like I feel like they feel like you feel like, woo, like I'm free, you know what I mean? They're kind of feeling like that, like you maybe are like had a lot easier time like accepting this than they did, and they're like, maybe this person never even like loved me, so like again, that could be the reason why they're holding back from coming forward towards you, because they think that you're kind of just like happier without them or something like that. And then with the Page of Cups, it's like, I don't know, like maybe you have some new interests or hobbies that they know about, or maybe like with this, it's almost reminding me of like experimenting, and just like they see you as almost like taking this opportunity and like running with it in a positive way, and like they haven't really been able to do that. Like they feel very stuck on you, and they're not able to sort of like move on from this. I feel like they're also, like I was saying, like grappling with the decision. I don't know why I can never say that word. The decision to sort of like just take a chance and like, you know, come at you. And then the Page of Cups is a lot of times like a love offer. So like that could be there too, where I feel like they almost are like leaning towards that, or this could be saying that they will be, if we're looking at this like past, present, future. Like right now they're like trying to make this decision. What my deal is with that word. But like they're just thinking about how great you are. Like this is like more in the past to the present energy. Like they're just like in hermit mode, and like, but they're like, okay, I can't get this person out of my head. Should I just go for it? Should I go apologize? Because the Page of Cups a lot of times is an apology. Should I just like do it, like jump off this cliff and just see what happens? Like, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? But I feel like they are like leaning towards that now, but whether they will or not, I guess time will tell. But yeah, I feel like they really are highly motivated and like to come towards you. But with the Fool, like this Fool didn't jump yet, and the Page of Cups is the apology, it is the message. So maybe they are like thinking a lot about like what they would say to you if they did come forward. With this like painting thing, I'm thinking of like just experimenting. Maybe they're like typing out texts and then like erasing them or something like that. I'm getting kind of like a vibe of that. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for how they're feeling about you. And let's see what their intentions towards you are right now. What are Leo's person's intentions towards Leo? But yeah, I really feel a sense that they're like afraid you're gonna like meet the love of your life, and they're gonna like miss this chance. Look, mending, like they do want to like mend this and like go the distance. I feel like they're really like getting to that point where they're just gonna like maybe have a feeling and then just like maybe come at you with like some apology, or just, let's see, what are their intentions towards you? Let's get more. We have time for a nap and milk and honey. So it's like, again, and then we have like to the sea. Okay, so I feel like this is them right now, like thinking about this. And even this time for a nap, I don't feel like that's speaking like, oh, I want to like take a break from this. I feel like they want to like, do you see the way this moon and this little fox is laying? I feel like they just want that feeling again of like being with you, of like kind of curled up, like with that whole curled up thing. I feel like they just want to like curl up with you, and they just like feel like it would feel so good with this milk and honey. Like it would just be like, ah, like, you know. But like they know in order to do that, first they have to sort of like mend this communication that they have with you, and it's going to take some work. But they're really like deciding, is this worth it? Because like I just like miss this person so much, and they just really are, like with the Queen of Pentacles and the milk and honey, it's like they feel like you are it. And the Earthworm can a lot of times talk about being like insecure and things like that. So maybe like you were like almost too good for them, and they're feeling like insecure about you, that like maybe like you're too good for them or something like that. So they're having like, that's what's also stopping them from like coming at you. Also, you could have a very fierce, intense personality with this Panther, and they're kind of like, they think maybe your reaction would be like one of anger, or like just like not about like reconciling things. Like they maybe feel like they betrayed you or something too much, and they're not really expecting like a warm welcome if they do come back, and that's obviously like a factor, you know. So okay, and let's see, how are they seeing you guys, Leos? How is your person seeing you? How is Leo's person seeing Leo right now? How is Leo's person? We have Rebel, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. And one more. Ooh. Midas and Miser. And entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. And then the shadow is hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. And then, the shadow of the Rebel was rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So, right, I feel like I'm getting more of like the shadow side of this, but not in a way that they're seeing you in like a shadowy, like dark, bad energy. It's more that they think they missed their chance, and you're just like not going to give it up so easily. Like they know that you're not someone that's like, oh, okay, you're back. Like, you know, the way he's holding on to that money, like facing away, like this is them, like, but hey, like I miss you and I realize you're the one, and you're like, you had your chance at getting that with this like Panther energy. Like you're just going to be like, listen, like you had your chance, like I'm not risking this again with you, like you've already like hurt me enough, or something like that, if they have hurt you, and that's something. And then this Rebel rejects, I mean, I think they're just afraid of rejection. The rejects was on here twice, like, and their pride isn't letting them risk it. I feel like they really want to, but their pride is like saying like, ooh, but what if, you know, like that would be embarrassing. Out of anger, like they know that, I feel like they feel that you're angry with them, and maybe that you have good reason to be angry with them, but I feel like they are thinking about reaching out to you. Like they're heavily considering, like their intentions are just to kind of like curl up with you and have things be nice. And what's that song where it's like, there must be an angel with a smile on her face when she thought up that I should be with you. And again, they feel like they've like ruined this chance, and they want to make it right, but they're just not able to right at the moment. All right, so how are they seeing you guys, Leo? We have kind. Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles energy, they like see you as the whole package, and I feel like they're, because what was it saying? Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. I'm kind of getting the shadow of that, where they realize that like the way that they've behaved has like turned your kind, sweet, loving energy into something ugly. Not like ugly, but like it's turned it dark, where you're like, no, like I'm not being kind to you anymore, like you don't deserve it, or something like that. Let's see. Feisty. Yeah, like I think exactly, like that's, now they're like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna get that version of this person. I'm gonna get like a little bit more fired up version. How else are they seeing you? Dignified. Like, right, like they same. I feel like you guys honestly have a lot in common. I'm getting like similar energies from both of you, where it's like they won't speak up because of their pride, and they feel like your dignity is very important to you as well, and you're not going to like look stupid. I feel like you both don't ever want to look stupid. We have warm, and that's like that whole curling up thing. I think that you're like a warm, safe home for them, and they just like miss like being around your warmth. Old soul. And inquisitive. Okay, so maybe they're like wondering like, oh, are you like what you know about them, or if you've like maybe like looked into them and like know what they've been doing, especially if they haven't been doing anything like that they think you'd be happy about. They're maybe just like, ooh, like what has this person found out about me? I'm kind of getting that. And then with the old soul, it could just be that they really feel like that warmth, that comfortable feeling, like, you know, when you meet somebody and you just click right away, whether it's a friend or like a potential like romantic partner or whatever it is, like when you meet somebody for the first time, especially if you're like awkward or something, usually it's like you notice it, like you just feel comfortable around people that are like, you know, some people that you meet, you just have that instant bond or like connection with them, that ease, like where it's not awkward and there's no like friction, you just kind of get along right off the bat. I feel like maybe it was like that for the two of you. And even if they are, like I was saying, I was getting like a love triangle or something, or quadrangle, whatever you call a love square, but where it's almost like they're like highlighting the difference between you and this other person. Okay, so let's see. What advice would your person need right now? Like, what lessons are they learning? Let's see. You must focus on yourself, feel as good as you can, and make the relationship with yourself a priority. Do this and everything else will fall into place. Yeah, like your person is just sort of in this stuck energy. I don't feel like they're feeling good. I feel like they're irritated, frustrated, embarrassed, or prideful. Like what's the word? Like, it says like that urgent, like, ooh, like I'm gonna miss my chance. Like they're stressing out. Like it's just, they need to like calm themselves down before they do anything, for sure. How else? Oh, that's too many. How is Leo's person? What advice do they need? You can recreate yourself at any time in any way. Or they can like recreate, you know, this connection, or they could try to, you know. Don't hide your light to protect someone else's ego. Okay. I mean, honestly, I don't know about that, but I'm getting that like their ego, it's almost like don't hide your light to protect your own ego or something. I feel like they're trying to like protect their ego. Do not judge by appearances. A rich heart may be under a poor coat. Proverb. It's like a proverb. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to look at a situation differently. Maybe they judged you like or something when you guys were together, and now they're like realizing like the value maybe of your heart, where they thought that, again, they're seeing like this warmth and this kindness from you, and or they're like appreciating it fully for like maybe the first time, and because they've been maybe trying to lie to themselves and tell themselves that they didn't need you, or like, no, like this is for the best or something like that, almost like an overconfidence. And now they're, I think, maybe realizing their judgments of you were like incorrect. All right, one more. What advice would Leo's person need right now? Forget about trying to trust others again. Learn to trust yourself and you'll never have to worry. Like, I feel like your person needs to like, there's a lot about you must focus on yourself. You need to trust yourself. Like your person just is like too scared. Like if they get like, say like almost like an intuitive hit, or just like a nudge or an urge to like hit you up or like try to mend things and talk to you, it's like they don't trust it. They're like, no, I can't. Like I can't risk it. Like I can't risk rejection. I can't risk being embarrassed, having this person like go off on me or something like that. And like that's what holds them back. And they need to learn to like accept their desires, I guess, their feelings, and trust their instincts, you know, and just kind of like go for something if that's what they want to do. Like you never know until you try. Although the fact that they can't even do that shows that they have like some more growth and, you know, learning to do. So what would your person say to you, Leo? What would your person actually want to say to you if they had the mic right now and could tell you exactly what was on their mind? All right, got a few. I have a huge fear of intimacy. Interesting. And maybe that's what happened. Maybe like when you guys were together, because we had this intimacy card coming out too. Or maybe like the intimacy was too much. It was like too real. You know what I mean? And then they like, because that all those colors in there. And then it's like maybe they almost like cut it off for like something that was like less real, if that makes sense. We have your shape is my absolute fave. Yeah, I feel like they think you're the cream of the crop. Like I miss you. I worry about your reaction if I did come back. I think that is 100% the case here. They're like, they know that you're a little panther, you're a little rebel. Like there was like talk about anger and things like that. Like they know they've like pissed you off, and like what would they say if I went back? Like, oh my God. I feel you pushing me away. Like I think, yeah, they're aware that you're like moving on somehow. Even if they don't like, they haven't like, if you like block them on social media or something and they don't really know, they like maybe just like the fact that you haven't come back at them or tried to talk to them, they're like, oh my God, this person's like really moving on, like, and it's scaring them. You're powerful, but you don't abuse it. Again, I don't think you're like flaunting things in their face. I think like, you know how when they say like moving on and like living well is the best revenge, I feel like that's what you're doing. And they're just like, whoa, like they didn't expect that. Okay. You don't tolerate any disrespect, and it's fucking hot. Yeah, they know they can't like just be doing whatever. I think we'll just take these and we'll see what it is. Everything about you is so intriguing and attractive. It says, I can feel your anger and pain. I've dreamt about you. I can't wait to kiss you again. Like, they really are missing you in a physical way. Like, I feel so weak. And you have such a unique perspective. So, like, there's a lot about them thinking that you're sort of, like, wise and, like, you're handling this in a very mature way. And at the same time, though, you're not, like, just letting them disrespect you and like accepting it. You're like moving on, you're cutting the ties, you're pushing them away, and it is like it's attracting them back to you. So also, like, but I can feel your anger and pain. It's like I feel like they're wondering, like, do you even feel pain about this? Or I thought like you love me so much and now you're just like moving on. Like, how is this even possible? Like, they're definitely feeling like like I find strength in the silence and I feel so weak. So I feel like that whole like pride thing is weakening, and they might like just come forward and try to say something to you. And then, okay, this is like the last one. It was on the bottom of the deck. I get so confused and don't know what's right. Should I contact you if I'm not ready for a full-blown relationship, or will that make things worse? Whether, I don't know about that, like, but I think they're just like, if I contacted this person, would it make things worse? Should I just like lay low for a little while? Like, I think they're really kind of like going through that in their mind over and over again. So, all right, Leos, I hope that helped. I hope you got something out of that reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, bye.